What if I tell you that you have been hallucinating the entire time? Based on a study, our brain actually hallucinates all the time using perceptual prediction. So what is perceptual prediction? It means your brain is using your self-beliefs and then also the prior expectations to create your perception. So hallucination is essentially means that you are experiencing something that is not there. For example, the visual hallucinations, and then you're seeing something that is not there. Or you are hearing some voices from the universe, you're hearing the voices of the ghost, you are hallucinating a sensory hallucination. So for example, if you take psychedelics such as like LSD and mushrooms, you might start to see the visual hallucinations such as the colors and the lights or maybe like some crazy things in front of you. So this means basically you're experiencing something throughout your five senses such as visual information and sensory informations, but you're seeing or you're hearing something that you normally don't see or hear. But again, based on the study, you are actually hallucinating all the time. So the solution will be we create our reality by creating a different type of hallucinations so that we can hallucinate differently, and as a result, therefore, we can create our reality differently. So now I want to take a look at this picture. As you can see, there's alphabet A and B. What if I tell you that this A and B, the block of the A and B, is the exact same color? You probably think that no, sure, I don't think so. That's definitely a completely different color. In fact, there's only two colors on this platform and it is exactly the opposite colors. So to prove your point, what if I draw a line like that? You see, it's exactly the same color. So take a look at this picture. I'm not changing the color of the plate. Obviously, I'm not bullshitting, I'm not cheating here, but what we are experiencing is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the visual hallucination that we are creating based on perceptual prediction. We are using this prediction and expectation based on our prior experiences and also the self-beliefs about the world and all the other things about ourselves too. And imagine this is happening all the time in your life and actually sabotaging you from manifesting your dreams and goals. Welcome to my channel. My name is NEMOTO. I'm a mindset coach and I'm a TEDx speaker, and I've got 2.6 million followers across social media. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can create your reality by bending your perception. So here's the thing. Nobody really cares which color that block was, or it was gray or it was white. Nobody really cares. But what if this system in our brain is actually sabotaging you from manifesting what you want and goals and dreams? You see, back in the days, I was not confident at all. I was so negative and overthinking and anxious all the time. And I had a bunch of self-limiting beliefs, and I had a bunch of limiting beliefs around money. So years of self-development and spiritual journey, I started a business. And when I started a business, obviously I couldn't make it. I failed so many times, countless of times. It's because the way I see myself and because the way I see the world. So my brain was using this system, perceptual prediction, and creating the perception, which means my experience itself. So basically that prediction reinforces all the negative thoughts and the validation from the external world that I can't do shit. But after learning the meditations and how to reprogram my mind and all these other tools that was there for me, I understood how I can hack my system to create the reality I want. So shortly after I launched my business and I started making 10 to 20k a month, right? But I was stuck. And it was so interesting to me because I thought I figured out. I thought I reprogrammed my mind. And I thought I manifested everything what I wanted. And in fact, I did. I manifested everything that I wrote on my journal book in 2 years. But even though I wanted to hit $100,000 a month, I was stuck. Because I was using the prior expectations and then self-limiting beliefs with this version of myself making 10k, 20k a month, but then I set the limitation using and predicting my future based on the past. So you see, when you create something, you are creating from the blank space. You're creating on a blank canvas. Otherwise, it's not creating. But when a lot of people try to create their reality, try to manifest their reality, they somehow want to add onto their current version of themselves or add some ideas and, other tools and strategies onto their identity or the past version of themselves. So what's happening is you're not creating from the scratch. You are just distracting what you need to see because you add so much bullshit on it. For you to manifest what you want, you need to see yourself clearly because you need to understand what is your limiting beliefs and what is it exactly that's sabotaging you from creating the reality you want. What is it that's sabotaging you from growing your business? What is it, sabotaging you from growing your income or taking a leap of faith? What is it? Because if you don't see it, if you can't see it, you can't fix it. Imagine that you want to see yourself, right? I just found this my plants. But imagine that you're just adding so much stuff, like you can't see nothing. Because even if you add so many things on your identity and on your current version of yourself, imagine you're using the exact same system. You're using the exact same belief system, same paradigm, same perceptual prediction to even hallucinate your reality. So how does this hallucination actually is happening and occurring in our reality? For example, somebody who doesn't go to the gym all the time, right? It's like, but they want to go to the gym. They want to go to the gym, they want to get shredded, but they don't. They're predicting their future, saying like, oh, but yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be like take 6 months and 1 year. Oh, I don't think I can be consistent. So they're predicting their behaviors. They're predicting their thought process and emotional process based on their prior experiences. And then of course, if you predict your future based on the past, you're creating your future based on the past, which means it's going to be exactly the same thing. So this is what's happening in most people. They're just basically creating the exact same scenario over and over and over, using and predicting their future based on the past, but consciously wanting their reality to be different, which is completely contradicting and which doesn't make sense at all. So as a result, you're going to experience everything that you predicted to achieve the manifestation, which is that you won't be consistent. You're not going to hit the gym, you're not going to lose the weight. And the same goes to the business. If you think that you cannot surpass the income ceiling that you're feeling right now, whether it's a 10K or 20K, you won't be able to, because you already predicted and your perception will be created based on the prediction you created. But we're not going to realize that, oh, this is a hallucination, oh, this is a reality, because essentially what we are experiencing as a quote-unquote reality is partially hallucinations. So this is exactly how I 5x my income in 3 months, and then how my clients literally just launching a business and collecting $30,000 in a single month, or tripling their income in a single month, or attracting 6-figure contract in 2 to 3 months, is controlling interpretation. So the interpretation is how you take it. There's my favorite quote, which goes, the life is about 10% of what you make, and the rest of 90% is how you take it. So most of the time we are so caught up with like what you're gonna make it, the status and the money and all these things that you want to make, right? But actually, it doesn't mean anything if you're not happy. It doesn't mean anything if you're not proud of yourself. It doesn't mean anything if you just genuinely can enjoy the life that you created. It means shit, that's why vanity fades. But the truth is, in the present moment, if you're happy and if you're fulfilled, if you're like so excited and loved, what you make doesn't really matter, but how you take it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use the how we take it, which is an interpretation, which is 90% of our reality. And we're going to also make the 10% what we make it even better. And first and foremost, you have to understand that we all have a pattern. Okay, so this prediction is also a pattern. Your limiting beliefs is a pattern. The fact that you believe that you cannot surpass your income ceiling is also a pattern. Whether it's a conscious or unconscious, essentially you are creating that process over and over and over. It is a part of you. So you have to deprogram your beliefs and deprogram that pattern so that we can actually plant a new idea and start believing something else. And when it comes to the interpretation, we are interpreting a lot of things. So for example, a lot of people, experience something negative, quote unquote negative, or something that is not really exactly what they wanted. And then they all of a sudden they go, oh, this is fucked up. Like I failed, it's not working. And it's like, whatever. But how do you know? How do you know that was a bad experience? Or how do you know that, the fact that it's not working? And I can guarantee every single person will say, this is because how I experienced it. Because look at this. This is obviously it's not working. So essentially that is absolutely internal interpretation that we determines our experience itself. So imagine if you go, oh, this is not working, but I've learned this XYZ, I've learned so much, which means I can actually succeed the next time. I can succeed this way. So you see, by simply changing your interpretation changes the entire experience. It's almost like a completely different object. Which reminds me this quote, one of my favorite quotes from the Max Planck says, if you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. This is not like a nuance that I'm talking about and Max Planck are talking about. There's a quantum physicist. He's a quantum physicist. Oh, it looks a bit different, innit? Like, it's not like that. He's talking about it is a completely different thing now. However, the most people focusing on the strategies, marketing, and how to go viral, how to generate more leads, and that's why what they follow is all these business strategists who talks about, well, you gotta work 12 hours a day and then sacrifice your entire life to just make money so that you won't be able to spend money and time with your loved ones. But what if you want to spend your money? What if you want to make money because you can spend money? Or what if you want to, spend a lot of times on a vacation or taking your parents on a vacation, supporting your families and friends? That's why you want to make money. Then if you just keep following that 12 hours work day or, just work strategies and all the external factors, you're not going to make it. You're not going to manifest it, because even if the strategy works, even if the marketing works, even if the viral formula works, you still have that same limiting beliefs. You still have that same shitty paradigm and shitty prediction pattern that you're constantly making exactly the same future based on the past. I've been there. Like I've, worked with agency, I've worked with email marketer, I've worked with, the people who works a 7-figure company, but shit didn't work. It's because I was operating from the same place. But as I said, when I deprogrammed myself from all this bullshit that I've learned from childhood and all the limiting beliefs about myself and all the limiting beliefs about money, my income grew from 10k to 20k, and then it was just non-stop. It was just money keeps coming. It happens effortlessly. Here's what we need to do. We need to write down what is our limiting beliefs and then all these prediction patterns that we have, that we think this way based on the past experience that we had. We want to identify those things. So I want to write that down. What is it your pattern? What is this your limiting beliefs? And that is causing you to create the exact same pattern, exact same reality based on the past. And then also, I want you to write that down. What is it that you want to create and experience? Because if you predict based on something that you haven't experienced, but you want to, this is what you want to manifest, this is what you want to experience, you're creating from the blank canvas, which is how the creation works. Because you have to start from the blank space. If you're adding so much, as I said, if you're adding so much on a current version of yourself, you're just distracting yourself. You're not identifying the things that you should identify, but you have to change the cause, not effect. So how are we going to do that? Understand and then write it down. What is it that I want to experience? What is it that I want to manifest? And then you want to create the prediction pattern by just simply saying all the time when specific situation happens, when specific event happens. For example, when you're launching another offer in your business, or when you go into the gym, you want to use that prediction and predict your future and predict your behavior, not based on the past, but based on what you want to create. So with that said, I genuinely hope that this will really help you to break the pattern so that you can start creating not the past, but creating something that you really, really want. If you want to manifest more abundance and success, then apply from the link in the description and then see if we're good working together. Alright, if you think this video helped you in any way, I really appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up, leave the comment what is the takeaway, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.